been a while since I've seen anyone wearing a members only jacket, but we still very much live in a world where membership has privileges, such as they are. I remember being pastor in Gonzales 20 years ago now, and at the time, Gonzales was a very mainstream Protestant town, and the Catholic Church, even if we were kind of across out of the main plaza, had adopted certain aspects of that Protestant culture, not the most attractive ones, particularly around membership and participation in community. We had become very much focused on our roles, our registration, our donors. Like you became a member of the church, not by living in Gonzales County, but by doing all of the things that you were supposed to do. And I remember we had kind of developed some new initiatives. I was trying to get out of the office, and we were celebrating masses in the trailer park and trying to do some outreach in some of the rougher parts of town. And I remember one of the ladies of the parish was absolutely indignant and quite angry with me because she had been a dues-paying member of this church her whole life, and now that I might need to go anoint her in the hospital so that she could get to heaven, I wasn't going to be available in the office for her to call. And it made me so sad to think that we'd allowed that view of membership to become part of how we were as a church community. But over the years, I've seen that's kind of how we live in our various human communities. And that's certainly true if we spend a little bit extra and become part of some exclusive circle or club, partly to get the extra benefits, but mostly to distinguish ourselves from all the other people, right? And for us to be careful with that attitude of exclusivity. It's true that good fences make good neighbors. That's especially true when your neighbor has decided to start to form his very own junkyard in the back, or where he's raising pit bulls, and you have children. Like, there's all kinds of good moments when a fence might be helpful. But sometimes we carry our fences around on our backs. We pack them with our lunches. We have our own portable fence that we can carry, not to protect our persons, but to protect our sense of self, our sense of community, our identity. And not unlike those who would have kept others from prophesying and taking something away from Moses, we want to keep the tent of meeting small. What Moses said was that would all the people might prophesy. That God is inviting us to be bigger, not to be safer. We draw our circle in the sand in order to know where we're safe, who belongs. We set up our guard tower, or at least have our gated community and punch in our numbers, right? So that we can know that we're safe from all those others. But Jesus tells the 12, no, like this guy who's driving out demons in my name, there's room for him too. There's room for a lot that you haven't yet met. All of this reminds me of how God unfolded salvation history. First, with just a couple, Adam and Eve, and then Noah's family. And then a nation, Jacob, Israel's nation, promised to his grandfather. And then a Davidic kingdom, a kingdom that would expand throughout the region even. But finally, a universal kingdom under Christ Jesus. And we're invited to be part of this universal kingdom. We're invited to be disciples of the one who has no use for the limits and boundaries that we set, because he invites and welcomes all as if they were children in need of his love. And he invites us to be these disciples who work out this plan of salvation, not in our club, not with our membership, not with our special jackets, but rather in a universal kingdom of love that would recognize and invite all of our brothers and sisters to the grace, to the power, to the salvation that is offered by our God.